Hello, world. Yeah, so we're trying to get our regular live going in the inside the studio, but that ain't gonna happen. It's time to get a new camera, I think. And I think El Gato is gonna need to sort some things out. So they've made it onto my list. Them, big freeze dryer, utility companies,
El Gato
El Gato.
camera.
That's the axis of evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we decided we were going to jump out here and talk with y'all, but we also need to get some chores done. So we're going to be doing like a dual purpose. Carrie's going to be watering the garden. We're sitting in the garden. You can hear the ducks back there, and let me just tell you something that is true about ducks. Ducks are the best because no matter what, they'll always laugh at your jokes. But I will say, it's hard to determine whether or not they're laughing with you or laughing at you, and that is a liability to ducks.
They're hilarious.
They are
I
pretty.
love 'em.
They're pretty funny. Watch. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, not much to say.
I'm busy now, I
Ah,
guess.
look at that.
Mm.
Anyhow, so we wanted to say hi, and Carrie's gonna jump out and give some of these plants some water.
Need to get them some waters. They're thirsty.
Oh, look at how many
Like
flowers
water.
there are now on. Oh, look at the little squash.
I know.
Look at that little
And look at
squash.
all these down in here. Those are all flowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom.
Borage. They put out these neat little blue star flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A little cluster.
Little cluster
They're
of blue
so
flowers.
cute. Yeah. Get them a water.
Oh, look at that. Those radishes are like poking up off the.
Yeah.
They're ready to go. So what's up, James Myers? How you doing? Hello, guys. Now in my corner. And April May, hey y'all. What's happening? And Doris. Hi, Doris. Thank you all for coming to our Stead Talk. So, um, so yeah, we're doing a little different today. Because our camera is just, it's done. It's just not going to work. It's done working. And so Carrie was on a podcast the other day or yesterday, and the camera kept freezing. But it was cool because she was on like a mama's podcast with a creator friend of ours who goes by Off Grid Mama. So it was like, what? Oh, the podcast? Yeah, we'll let everybody know when it's up. Oh yeah. So how you guys doing? Almost homesteading with Janet. Hey guys, happy to see you. Happy to see you too. Yeah, we might actually go for a little walk around the garden and show you what everything is, how everything is doing. Some things are doing really well. Some things are not doing really well. Jolene, what's happening? Hi, friends again. Yeah, yeah. That was a bit of a marathon over there on the clock app. That was a it was interesting because the total number of viewers was significantly less, but there was a lot more comments. So it was interesting to watch how that whole thing went. But yeah. Let's see, April, May. Oh no! But guessing what color when it froze was hilarious. Yeah, it was. It was. Now it's doing it like every 10 seconds, 30 seconds. You know, it's not even. It's when it's predictable. It's not even that fun. You know. Almost homesteading. It really was. Right. You know, we got it. We've been trying to think of different games we could play because that was a lot of fun, and I like doing that. And play games. Maybe we'll do a trivia night. I still want to have us do a karaoke night. I think that would be a lot of fun, you know? Yeah, Jolene, the rhythm of AI has been a little wee bit off, right? Yeah, tell me about it. It's interesting because yeah, I've had some significant frustrations in the whole content creation world because I'm pretty sure something is going on, but I'm not sure what it is, and it's probably has something to do with an action that I'm not doing anymore, or that I dropped out, and I'll figure out what that is. But But our views have just been so far down, it's crazy. Like so down, it's intense, you know? Uh-huh. Hey, Mark, what's happening? Hello from Louisiana. Laissez le bon temps rouler. We're in the garden. Carrie's watering. It's so hot right now that yeah, she likes to water in the evenings, but it's kind of difficult because our pump draws so much power that there needs to still be some sun on the panels for it. Jolene, maybe it's because you stopped saying let's talk about it. I think it actually has something to do with that. I actually do. Hey, Kara, what's happening? Mama Bear. Hey, fancy meeting you here. What's a gal like you doing in a place like this? That's what I have to ask. I ask Carrie that all the time. But yeah, you guys want to take a little walk around? Let's see, Mode, hello from India. I think you're the first person who's ever said hello from India in one of our lives. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, Lark's Homesteading, what's happening? It's so weird to see you sitting in the sun when it's basically dark here now. Yeah, we still got what, like 2 hours of sunlight? Maybe even 3. Yeah, it's doesn't get dark until pretty late. Doris, do you think being summertime could be a reason for lower views? So I'm a nerd, right? I'm like at heart, I'm a big nerd. And one of the things that I nerd out on is data. I want to know data. And so I've gone to about 20 other homesteading creators, especially on the clock app. Over here, it's about average to what it normally is, but on the clock app, and I've been going around and looking at each one of their last 10 videos because that's when I noticed it was about 10 videos ago. Um, and and that very well could be part of it, the seasonal thing, like everybody's busy or they're out, partying or at the lake. Um, or if they're in the gardening world, they're out in the garden. And across the board, all of the views were down. So that very well could have something to do with it. But then I started looking at other creators that weren't in the homesteading niche, and it was the same thing. And it was like the bigger the creators on the clock app, the lower the views have been. And so, yep. Yeah, we've missed you too, Larks. We're glad that you popped in. See Carrie back there. She's doing the watering thing, the watering. Yeah, I think so. People are out and about in the summer. Hmm. Oh yeah, and it's Thursday for you, huh? Oh, I can't scroll up. Larks is still around, just busy. Yep. Jolene, it'd be kind of neat to have callers zoom in homestead problems that you can maybe help troubleshoot. That'd be really cool. Did you ever see that episode of the Parks and Recreations when Ron Swanson was on the public access thing and he just started answering like questions? I think I would want to answer homestead questions like Ron Swanson. What you need to do is get a solid piece of maple or potentially black walnut and a very sharp blade in order to whittle it into the tool that you need for that. I think that's how I would handle that situation. Larks, is she watering her mint? No. Luckily, the mint is like all the way on the other side of the property, so you know. Yeah, Kara, do it like Dave Ramsey. Only give advice that actually helps people and isn't completely out of touch with the reality for most folks. Daniel, I'm old. I wish I had a garden like that. Oh, you can still have a garden like that. My great grandmother had this rose garden that went up about a half acre up a hill. And she was in that rose garden until she turned 99 years old, climbing up every day, doing all her pruning. It was like one of those things that she would enter in contests and it would get awards and that kind of stuff. And she did it till she was 99. She stopped, and a week later she passed. Larks, I'm old too. I just use raised beds. A beast to put in, but easy once you get going. That makes sense. Doris, I like to help others things as an add to the to videos. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun, actually. And that is the only purpose that I do this. Like, it's not something that we need to do, making videos and everything. But we love the process of making videos, but we also really love the result, and being able to help people with things and everything is it's kind of the purpose. I feel like that's the purpose that most people are put on the earth to accomplish. So let's see, Mark. What you might need to do is a combo of news and homesteading. Oh, that would be interesting. I could be the bearded Walter Cronkite. Kara, wow, that's an amazing effort. You know what? That's just like I can't be in a mystery about something, so I got to just look into it and then keep looking until I find it. So I don't like surprises. Somebody says I have a surprise for you. It's like, why did you tell me? I don't want to know until you just show up and do this surprise thing. You know? Yeah, it does take over. God's desire for me. What's happening? Thank you for coming to our Stead Talk. You guys want to take a little walk around the garden with me? See if I have enough power to do that right now. I do. All right. Yeah, I've got 18%. Shoot. Okay, so the greenhouse is pretty well closed right now. There's not much going on in there. But here's the lovely Carrie. Hello, dear. And so this is the beet patch here. We call it the beet patch. I don't think those words have ever been uttered on this property, but so the sugar beets, these are all the sugar beets here, and then the regular beets. We had to reseed a bunch of the regular beets. Yeah, we got sunflowers, and there's a pumpkin and other stuff. But then here's all of the snap peas, which are just producing beautifully. And then we got our hummus making plant. Carrie calls it something else, but I call it a hummus plant. They're chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Yep. And then we got some of the some garlic, which we pulled up some garlic yesterday. It's absolutely beautiful. It's in there inside curing. And then a couple of tomato plants that are wee little guys. These ones here are they're the cherry ones, right? Yeah. These are cherry tomatoes here. Yeah, sun golds. Yeah, so that's that part. Carrie's over there, so we'll come over here. There's the chickens and the ducks. Can you guys see the chickens and the ducks? I don't think you guys heard this before, but the best part about having ducks is that, let's say you're the kind of person that thinks you're funny, right? Like I think I'm funny. If you have ducks, no matter how bad the joke is, you just walk up to them and you tell them your joke, and you go wah 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 wah. Oh, what you getting camera shy? Camera shy. We just sprayed them down with water, so now they're in heaven. But they were going crazy earlier. But they always laugh at your jokes, but it is hard to tell, to determine whether or not they're laughing with you or at you. That part I haven't sorted out yet. So here's a bunch of carrots and some broccoli and cauliflower, lots of chamomile, which we made chamomile tea the other day, and it was fantastic. We got these onions that have been in the ground for a long time, so we're not worried about the flowers taken away from the energy to make bigger onions. Ooh, a bumblebee. We got some big old bumblebees up in here. Hi, buddy. Right. Solar panels. And then our potato patch. So this is an experiment. So, you've seen people grow potatoes in hay bales. Well, what we did was we put this fence up around where the potatoes are going to grow. And then as they grow, we cover them with hay. And then keep covering them with hay until the hay gets here and the plants will get this tall and they'll be three-dimensional potatoes. Ideally, we'll see if this works. But three-dimensional potatoes, instead of just on the lower level, we're going to grow them up like real estate in Japan, which would be good. And then let's see, we've got, these are the red fire something or other grapes, and then Concord grapes. And then more sunflowers. And we made this contraption right here to tie the tomato plants off to, because our wind started kicking up. And I was like, well, I got these metal tripod things, which are not necessarily ideal, but they're working. And all the tomatoes are going gangbusters. And love, I'm gonna need your help identifying some of these things. This is radishes here. So then we got, I think these are white icicle radishes. Yeah, and then there's more carrots over here. I think these are French breakfast. No, these are French breakfast radishes here. And a bunch of different tomato plants. One of the tomato plants is, I think it's this one, is an orange peach. And you can make like a marmalade, like it's that sweet. So I'm going to love that. And then there's like, I don't know, a bunch of different beefcake types, and then Cherokee purple, a bunch of really great types of tomatoes. This is just boring you guys to death, or is this cool? I don't know. Let's see. What do you got over here?
Oh, there's a borage plant here, which it was really too hot today, but it's gonna do fine.
Yeah, it'll come back.
And then,
It'll buff out.
yeah, and then these are squash plants and a little zucchini. This little area, and then some more squash, and then
More tomatoes, marigolds, which we had on a salad last week, or a couple of days ago. Marigold flowers on the salad, and it was phenomenal. It was so good.
super good.
Yeah. And then these are all of our anemic peppers. I'm not sure why, but peppers are like crazy. Carrie was telling me that she looked up, you know, how do you know if peppers are lacking nitrogen or whatever? And it's like, well, if they're yellowing, they may be overwatered or underwatered, and they may be lacking, magnesium, potassium, basically everything that can cause anything to go wrong will go wrong.
It's like could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be. The problem is everything.
The problem is everything. The problem is peppers don't want to grow. Yeah. Yeah.
I keep watering them. I'm not sure what the deal is.
Yeah, we keep giving them fertilizer and stuff.
They haven't grown.
Like not even an inch. Yeah. So then this is our volunteer lettuce. This is all from letting lettuce go to seed last year, because this was all going to be planted out as a strawberry patch. But all these lettuce heads started growing up and they're delicious. So we're like, all right. So we planted a bunch of small strawberry plants in there. And then this is the little patch that we planted last year. And this was only what, 2 plants? Yeah. And so this is all from the suckers that the shoots that have gone out. And we got a bunch of little strawberries on there. They're quinault strawberries, so they're real small, but they're ever bearing. So we'll get fruit all summer from them. And then what else? We're gonna go look at the cherry tree.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I missed that back
Uh-oh, she's missed a plant. Let's well while you're getting that plant, let's look at the chat here. Um, let's see. Let's see. Doris, when you do news, too many get mad at you. Yeah, right. That's right. Kara, hey Carrie. Mama Bear is telling you, hey Carrie. And Nicole, thank you for coming to our Stead Talk. We're out in the garden today. We're looking at contraptions that we use to tie up the tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's like a whole gauntlet.
You know, it's because
Yeah, she doesn't like the tomato cages. I think it's too late at this point. Yeah. So that's what we got going in the garden. Let's see, what mulch do you use? So some of these beds are compost and our sand. Like, it's volcanic ash. It's not really sand. And then we use to fertilize. We do a kombucha, or what Diva in the Dirt calls poo-poo tea, which is just taking all of the weeds and everything and submerging them in water in a container and letting them rot. So it's like throwing swamp water down. I always joke with Carrie that she made her own swamp. But it works great. I mean, we fertilize every Sunday on these plants, and Monday morning they've jumped up like significantly, a noticeable amount. So, yep. Joel, hey, what's happening? Yeah, so the water system is just real simple. There's a tank over here, and then I built a solar array. You can kind of see it there. There's a tank, and then I built a little solar array. Let's see, the camera's backwards. There it is, right there. That that powers. Let's see, can you see it? Yeah, right here is an underground box that's about 3 feet underground, and it's a Harbor Freight pump that has a pressure tank that's built into it, and that's all the way down at the bottom. And underneath that cabinet, I built a I put a couple of pieces of leach line under it and put a drain, and then concreted the bottom of the floor so I could mount the pump to something. And so that way, if it ever, breaks in the winter and it just leaks out all over the place, there'll be some place for it to drain to, and it won't damage, certain things. But it's 3 feet underground, so it should be fine as far as the temperature of that goes. And then, yeah, and then it just comes over on a hose, and that's what powers it, is that solar array over there. Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, Carrie is the watering system, it would appear. Yep. Yeah, she really enjoys doing the watering. Carrie, yeah, I'd like to see what you can grow. It's very different to here. Yep. Almost homesteading with Janet. My peppers are also sad this year. It's very strange. I don't know why they weren't stunted by cold or anything, because they were in the greenhouse and all that jazz. We put them in the ground, they just stopped growing altogether. Larks, my whole garden is sad this year. Too much rain, no snow or no sun, everything stunted. Yeah, it's very strange. it's a strange, weird times we're living in. That's what the old timers say. Strange times. It's a particularly strange year, guys. Yeah, everything else is looking good. Yeah, did you hear the ducks, right? I must have said something funny because they only laugh when I say something funny. I'd love a strawberry.
But it is just been.
Mm.
Ooh, well, you're good.
Mm, yeah, fresh strawberries. Let's see, Nicole, not kind of a garden related, but I've decided to try my rainwater in my frogs tank, and they seem to be loving it.
Oh,
I bet
cool.
I bet they are. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to look at this?
Oh yeah, let's go look at the cherry trees. Something was attacking them bugs wise. Maybe you guys know something we can do about it. And they need to be watered probably too. So we're gonna go for a little walk. He knows how rarely I go on any kind of an exercise. A walk specifically. Come on. Alrighty. So if you remember when I planted these, they were just basically sticks. So they're starting to go, but you can see the bugs really were trying to do a number on them. And
it's like straight out of the caterpillar that ate something every.
Yeah.
Very hungry caterpillar.
The very hungry caterpillar is attacking the cherry tree. But it's kind of fun. You can see little cherry blossoms starting to come out. And then I didn't know this, but I don't know if you can see, but those are little cherries that are starting to form. They won't actually become fruit this year, but I think that's so cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watering this and it's going to get all wet.
Well, thank you. And then kind of the same thing over here. We got tons of wildflowers, though. The wildflower bloom was crazy this year. But yeah, same thing over here. They're just eating up all of the leaves. Maybe we need to put some Coca-Cola to use. We did that in the garden, and it helped quite a bit actually, because it draws the ants in, and the ants eat the larvae. This one's probably doing the best, being eaten by caterpillars wise, but it was really hot today. Everything was sagging. And then sorry, got to focus on where I'm stepping. And then one of the apple trees is finally showing some life. It decided it wanted to come to the party as well. So we've got some green on the apple tree. In like 10 years, we're going to make so much pie. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, that's a little bit of the view in that direction. I'm always just looking at Carrie. Oh. Did you hear that? Ducks are just laughing their asses off. Come here, Dioji. And here's the dogs. Merlin, and this is Dioji. That's Dioji. He's a real live dog. Yeah. Let's get a better look at the ducks while we're out here. Why did the chicken cross the road? Everyone's a critic. While we're over here, I just did a refresh on the batteries. They actually took 5 full gallons of distilled water, which is bad. That's bad. I fell behind on them. So hopefully I didn't do any damage. So that's basically the up here tour. I don't have internet down on the other parts of the property, so that's that. But it's a good time. I realized most of you guys probably haven't been walked around the old the garden recently, so things are living and stuff is growing. It's pretty awesome. Almost homesteading with Janet. Dang, you have a lot of things growing out there. Great job. Yeah, we're really trying. This 2024 is going to be the year of food independence. If it drives me into the dirt, we got a long way to go, but we're going to be doing the. We've got some plans. We got some plans going. Doris, my peppers are small still, also. But they all look healthy. So many just need more time. Yeah, that might be what it is too. You know, we just got out of the cold snap scare. You know, where we wonder if it's going to freeze every night. So that might really be just what it is. Almost homesteading with Janet. Peppers do what they want when they want. I see no logic. Right? It's like, why are you messing with me, peppers? Would you like to be a pepper too? Yeah, I would, because peppers get to do what they want. That's going to be the new saying around here. Let's see, Jolene Sims. I'm jealous. Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. Hey, Adam's Adventures. Hey guys, I'm new to homesteading and even posting the progress on YouTube. Do you have any tips for newbie homesteaders? Maybe mistakes newbies make to stay away from? Any advice is appreciated. I do actually like, especially for brand new homesteaders. Um, we've been out here for 12 years, right? And we've made every mistake that you can make, and probably invented some new ones that the old timers never heard of. and and to me, the biggest mistake that new homesteaders do is they get involved in things that will consume all of their time before they set their lives up on the homestead, right? So a lot of people will get straight in, they'll be driving to their homestead for the first time and they'll see a goat uh, farm that has goats for sale. I guess it would be a ranch. They're hooved animals, but and they'll pull off and pick up some goats and take them out, and they're started. Now they've got animals to take care of and all this other stuff, and they've not done any of the other stuff that they need to do to make their life comfortable. So if I could make one bit of advice for you, it's to make your life comfortable first. Establish all the systems that you need to establish for your life to be comfortable. And that includes your hierarchy of needs, which is water, shelter, food, and then most people have those things sorted out from the beginning. So that goes on to safety and security. And safety is keeping all of your brush down, make sure that you have all of your fire setbacks taken care of, and whatnot, so that you're not, if a fire ever were to break out, it's not going to burn out your camp. And then security, you got to get your fencing taken care of, and you got to get your gate taken care of. And if you ever leave the property and you don't take care of those things, you'll know exactly why I said you need to do that. Because a lot of rural places are just they're just constantly hit with theft, and it sucks, especially when you work really hard on something. So I hope that helps. Almost homesteading. Yeah. Yeah, he was very amused by your walk. It's like the concept of Jason going for a walk in his potato-shaped state. Let's see, Nicole. I've had some good luck selling some propagated plants and cuttings this week. Not enough to quit my day job, but it's something. Hey, you're a professional farmer now. That makes you a pro. You know, it's like when I made my first dollar off of a video. I was like, I'm a professional content creator now. And now I often will make $2 or $3 off a video. Let's see. Carrie looked into permaculture. She's done some research into permaculture. I did a ton of reading on it earlier in our adventure, and a lot of the concepts that we're operating off of out here are permaculture based. But we also have to adjust things to make them work for us with our resources. So that's a big thing too. Super cute. I actually don't know how far behind I am on the chat, but I'm sure it's pretty far. It's all good. Property is amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Nicole, it's been too wet to do any work on the property, so last weekend we went to the farmers market, flea market in town there. That's awesome. That's very cool. Joel, looks great. I wish y'all the best of luck. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome, Kara. April, May, right? It's like we're actually doing it this year. We're the gardeners who say meh, right? We are no longer the knights that say nee. Let's see. Do you have any citrus growing at all, or is it not doable where you are? It is doable, um, but we would have to pretty much like we have a friend Chad Midgley, who's Chad the Rockstar gardener on most of the places. I think he has different names in different places, but and he grows citrus inside of greenhouses in Utah. So it definitely doesn't get as cold where here as it is where he is. So I know it can be done, but we're just not set up for it yet. Maybe next year. I'd also love to grow avocados, but figuring out how to do that would be kind of rough. Yeah, and thanks, Diva. We were talking about your poop tea earlier, and it's doing really well in the garden. Garden's doing really well with that, especially for this time of year. We just came out of the freezes. Like our last frost was the 6th this year, June 6th. Yeah, Adams, you're totally welcome. Almost homesteading with Janet. From watching Homestead Rescue, I see the logic of your words. Infrastructure first, then bring in the complicated things. Yeah, and it's not even so much the complicated things, it's the time consuming things. Because what happens is you start out with the time consuming things and then you never have the time to actually organize your life so that you're not constantly in a state of overwhelm and cope, right? Where you're just constantly like, oh, I gotta fix this now. When people talk about how homesteading is so much work and it's so like you're going to be working an 18-hour day, I'd rather work a 9 to 5 and pay someone for my food and all that stuff that you hear being a content creator. uh, those people who have had that experience have done it exactly backwards. And that's what I try to talk a lot about with people is homesteading is all about setting up the right systems in the right order so that you have your life taken care of, and then you can create on making your property take to provide life for you. It's a symbiotic thing, but if you're not in a place where you can get a good night's sleep and stay warm in the winter and do all of the things that you need to do and take care of the kids and give them the systems they need to be able to do, access to the internet for their homeschooling and all of that jazz, then you never actually get to that point where you're just patting the ball. And believe me, you can actually get to the point on a homestead where you're just patting the ball. And you just, there's like 2 days or 3 days at the beginning of the season where you're putting in 8-10 hours, and then maybe in fall you're going to spend a lot of time chopping wood or something, but you're essentially, we did the math last year, and on average we spend about 2 hours a day doing homestead chores. And some days it's more, some days it's a lot less, some days it's nothing, and we just decide we want to go do something else. I mean, we have to feed the chickens and ducks and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, that poop juice is so good. I poured it on the squash plant, and 2 days later it was at least a foot and a half longer. That's right. That's exactly with ours here, and it even started spitting out fruit. There was no flowers on it Saturday. Not only has it flowered, but there's two squash growing on it all of a sudden. That stuff is good. You got to go watch Diva's video on that. Mm-hmm. Brock, sorry if somebody already asked, but what is a comfortable amount of land for a homestead? Not necessarily the minimum amount, but a comfortable amount, if they are different. So it really depends on what you want to do with your land. So, um, like if you want cattle, for example, most places you need 1 to 1.5 acres per calf cow pair, right? Because that's just what the requirement is in that area, and you can actually feed an animal off of that much land. Now there's ways to take care of them on a lot smaller, by rotating them and doing some um, like animal rotations as well. So you have like the cow here, the pigs here, and the goats here, and the chickens behind the cows, and you rotate them through your field, and you can grow a lot more of the grain that's necessary uh, for keeping the grass-fed cows fed. Now that being said, if you're not thinking about doing cattle, think about gardening, and when you're growing a crop, it's pretty reasonable to say that you can grow about 750,000 calories of a crop on an acre. That happens to be the same amount of calories that a single human being needs in a year, right? So how many human beings are on your plot? You need an acre for your house and all of that stuff. But then, if you got with us, we have 8 people here, and with Carrie's mom, and so we were really trying to get up to 8 acres. We're at about 7.5. We started with 3.5, or I'm sorry, we're at just under 7, and and we started with 3.5, and we just got the property next to us, so that so that we could actually grow that much food. So I would say a good rule of thumb is anywhere between 1/2 to an acre per person, um, and that's a good rule of thumb. Any When you get to a point like I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy 100 acres." Great. What are you going to do with it? Well, I don't know. It's most of it's going to sit there. Okay. Well, now you have the liability of fencing, taxes, all of that stuff, and it's not producing anything for you. And protecting it and maintenance. So, especially for a first homestead, I don't usually recommend people get too far outside of 2 to 3 acres per person. Uh, and that's kind of my rule of thumb. I think that a lot of people would answer it differently. Let's see, April, May. How often do you use kombucha? I get nervous using it often. We use it every Sunday so far, so once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think I missed some.
And I'm back.
Hey,
Watered the apple trees and stuff.
oh,
Too.
thank you. Nicole, when we get moved in and set up, I don't plan on having animals aside from chickens. Yeah, chickens are really easy and they're good practice. They get you in the mode, but make sure they're protected. People want to let them run around. In most places, they become forest food if they don't. Let's see, chickens to start off with, and if kiddos in FFA, whatever he wants to raise. Yeah,
Nice.
good fun. Jolene, people as us, or ask us what we do in ours, and thought we are very freshmen. We say nothing and anything we want. That is that's correct.
That's awesome.
That is the viewpoint, right?
Yeah.
Dorian, this is my first year using the poo poo juice. Um, thanks to Diva in the Dirt. My plants love it. They're growing so good after using it, right?
Same for
Same for
ours.
us.
I'm like so happy, and I love that it's completely natural since it's just stuff that's already on the land that I was not needing.
Yeah. April May, how often do you use the kombucha? Oh yeah, I would just answer that. Let's see. IA Cowboy, bus life been pretty good so far. That's awesome.
Nice.
Very well done and congratulations.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do want to make sure it's diluted. We do a 4-to-1 dilution with it.
And then water it.
And then water it in,
You
yeah.
put it on dry, and then water it in, along with that
Mm-hmm.
dilution.
We do a 4-to-1 dilution on our poo poo juice. We think it's doing a good job, but we don't know. Yeah. Let's see, Brock. Thanks for the info. Good to hear from a person and not a website. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. There's lots of websites out there that are good, but it's definitely nice to be able to ask a conversation question. I will tell you, I'll let you guys know. I'm not going to make the broad announcement, but right now, one of the most exciting things, and if we were at the computer right now, you'd see my face slide in and be like, but with a baby laughing sound. Carrie would be making her cringe face, and we'd be like, the little things. We hired someone, a very qualified individual, to take care of a very specific problem that we had. And she's our first hire. Um, Brooklyn, our 14-year-old daughter, has been hired to develop us a Discord server. So we're going to bring back the community page, but we're going to do it on a platform that actually works all the time, which is going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we'll be learning Discord.
yeah, we'll be learning
So
Discord.
if you don't know it, we can learn
Yeah.
other than setting it.
Yeah, it's very similar to if you guys were part of the group app one that we did. Only it works. So, that was a problem. Uh-huh. So that's very exciting for us. We have our first employee, and you know, she does a really good job.
I really like her.
I like her. I like her.
Yeah.
Well, she's in a probationary period currently, but I think she's gonna work out. I have high hopes.
Very bright.
I have high hopes.
Sharp.
Yep.
Nose
Kara, hey, I'm back. Got my son home from school. Awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Janet, Discord it's very cool, and it'll also be something that can't it won't go down, and everybody can play different things, parts in it, and we're gonna do all the different things, but I'm also gonna embed all of our courses. I've been working on courses for like solar courses that go along with each of the books that I wrote, and then we'll probably add some other ones too. I basically want to just have a solution for every problem that people encounter when transitioning to this lifestyle. So like, how do you make money? I'm gonna have a whole course on that. How do you do this or that or the other thing? And I'm gonna get experts who I know and have become close with to really really help create the various courses, and they'll because it's a digital thing, we'll do just like we do with our books. You can pay whatever you want, even if what you want to pay is nothing. And we just want to make it available to people. But if it can also help us to pay for the things that we have to pay for to keep those services alive, which they get pretty expensive, then that's also helpful. So yeah. Yep. Jolene, yeah, family bartering, love it. Yeah, it's great, and she's doing a really good job. She's got most of it's set up. I'm hoping that within a week or so we'll be able to launch it. Um, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how crazy it gets because Discord can get crazy.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Kara, woohoo, Discord. I don't know how to use it, but I'll learn. Yeah, it's pretty easy and fun. Um, and there's a lot on there. There's a lot of people in there. I'll probably want to try and collaborate with some other people. And I did my first email, um, like email marketing thing, which I won't do a lot of. I think it's neat, but it worked really, really well. And um, and what I'm going to use that for is doing a newsletter, and that newsletter is going to have, whatever videos we put out that week, um, a, a whole talk on a particular subject, a product review from one of our sponsored products that we did that week. It it'll be a lot of fun. So we've got some really awesome things that are like starting to happen and start to come to fruition, and we're just getting bombarded by brand deals, like hundreds of them asking us to promote their products and stuff. So I can be super picky about it, which I'm going to continue. I'm just picky in that way. So yeah, I'm super excited about it too. Let's see, Doris. I don't know anything about Discord. I guess I need to do some reading on the subject. Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost exactly like the group app. Remember when we did the community page before? That it's kind of set up like that. The colors are different on the page and everything, but all of your subjects are on this side of the screen, and then your feed is on this side of the screen, and people can make posts and have discussions and all that kind of stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. Janet, maybe when it's all set up, Jason or I can set up a little video on how to use it. Yep, I'm gonna have a whole section, an introduction section that'll have like the group rules and how to use it, and I'll put some resources in there, videos and stuff to show people where things are at and all that jazz. It should be fun. Oh yes, my water. I don't know where my uh bell jar or ball jar is. It's probably in the office.
Hmm. Yep. The kids have been deciding that they're going to use 5 cups a day,
Mm, yeah. Good,
and
good on them.
we don't have 35 cups.
Way to work at
25
at
cups.
abundance. Way to go, guys.
Hmm.
Slow clap.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Kara, I wasn't here for group app, but I have a 20-year-old son. He'll help me. Nice. Yeah. April May, how exciting. I have to run. Family is calling. Y'all have a lovely evening. You do the same,
Yeah,
April
you
May.
too.
May,
Thanks for
thanks
hanging out
for
with
for
me.
hanging out. And it will be fun. And I think it's going to be, instead of having to look all over the place for different resources, I really want to make this a tool that can be used to help people to move through the process of um, of going off grid. So, or homesteading or anything else like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Almost homesteading. I have questions about that cup. I created this cup, if you can tell.
Awesome. The gold cup.
Yep.
Tell you what, the sun coming through
It's
the
killing
side
me.
of my eyeball.
It's killing me
I,
over here.
I can't. Do you want to go back over there or
Um,
into the
it would take
shade?
so much. We got 6 minutes left, so
Oh,
let's do
wow. I've
that.
been gone the whole time.
You have been. I've been holding it down though. You'd be proud of your dear old man here.
I never doubt you. I never doubt you on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to there's a little place over here that does you can have like a ceramics party, and one of the kids' birthday parties we had there, and this is what I made and painted, and they fire it, and then you come back like a week later and you get fired stuff. It's
I
pretty
love
awesome.
that place.
Me
It is
too.
so cool. I think we went there for Mother's Day or my birthday.
Oh, maybe it was, yeah.
Because it's like, yeah,
And they have like a ice cream parlor and food and all that stuff. It's really cool. It's like 40 minutes away.
super cute. They've like had to raise their prices to a point that I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess we should just go to an amusement park.
Yep. Jolene, assign a set of plastic dishes for each child, and then they don't have a dish or leave it somewhere. You can be like, ah.
That's
Yeah,
I did that. I
we-
did that for a while, and
Mhm.
then we moved to the city, and then that just fell out completely. And and I like eating off of like the kids eating off glass stuff. Plastic just doesn't. So now I use paper. It's all that I don't have it.
Yeah, it's one of our newfound comforts that
It is a luxury that I
that we were never able to afford before, but now we can drop a good $15 a month on paper goods. Nicole, how has Hans not made it in? Guess he's pretending to work. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah. Won't they just steal from each other? Yeah, our kids would.
Yes.
Our kids,
Yes.
they would run full on. They'd like form alliances, and then they'd go into resource wars over who got the plate and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
There's like one or two in particular that would definitely just be like,
I don't
I
don't
mean,
recognize your
feel like
laws.
cleaning mine, so I took
I don't
hers.
I don't recognize your
What's the
authority
big deal?
to create this encumbrance on my land.
I think we're going on phone right
Oh yeah, it just started.
now.
Care how awesome. Yeah, kid politics.
Oh.
Yeah, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, assign color sets. Oh, we could do that too. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, at one point I actually took the kids to buy their own.
Yeah, they got to pick a
Like-
spoon.
Like they picked their bowls and their spoons and you know, they could all be
the
different.
ducks are laughing too. They think it's hilarious.
I only had two that were old enough to wash their own stuff. My boys were 2, and they would help. And then my other one was, I guess, 5. And they kind of helped. It worked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Something I never put back in once we moved back here. Yep. Although this one notoriously also kids things when I did try it for a week, so I was like, forget it.
Well, you got to take into consideration the fact that
You don't want it.
I wanted it,
See,
and it's mine.
That's where
ultimately,
gets it.
ultimately, it's mine. So, like, we can.
I'm gonna use it. I'm
we-
not gonna wash it. I want a child just like, who used my plate and didn't wash it? It's like,
we can pretend like it's
he
theirs.
wouldn't play the game.
Ultimately, it's
He
mine.
just ended up washing all of his stuff anyway, so I'm like, forget it. No, no. I love luxuriously used paper goods. I love you that much.
I forgive
To
you.
not have that be a thing that I get mad at
I love you. I love you that much too.
you.
That's good. Yep. All right, Jolene, I get to go deliver barbecue to my hubs. Love your faces. Love your face. Love your screen name.
You're awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Jolene.
And
You have a good one.
congratulations on the shipping containers. That is
Yeah,
so cool.
everything's moving ahead as
Great spot, too.
planned. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So you guys have a wonderful one. Let's see. We got Henry. Hello from the Netherlands.
hi.
Hello, Henry.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're 35 seconds away from logging off. We got to get out of this. Like, we're gonna end up with a sunburn on this side of our face. Although I'm casting a significant shadow on.
I'm staying in your shadow. I couldn't have it. This side of my eyeball is like, I think I'm getting sunburn right now.
Yeah.
My retina's.
Ah. So, but yeah. Anyway, as always, we love you guys and we love hanging out with you. I can't wait to get the Discord server all finished, and have that up, because I think it'll give us all a place to kind of like do what we're doing here with each other, but have a little more interaction and stuff. We can do calls on that one. We can do all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was very excited, or I'm very excited. It is very exciting, which would be grammatically correct. So, um, yeah. Anyway, we love you, and we will talk to you next Wednesday. You got anything else?
Yeah, hopefully next time I'll be sitting and chilling with everybody.
Maybe we'll get a new camera.
You probably should.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yeah, it really irritates me.
yeah, go up there.
And it wouldn't
Technology
it
not
wouldn't like
working.
me if I'm mad. Anyway. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
Yeah, you can give
There we go, Kara.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's nice to
thanks,
be
Jenny.
outside, right? Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
It is. It is.
Yep, yep, yep.
I love it. You guys got to see.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I don't know what the heck. Oh, there's the button. All right, we love you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.